What up, YouTube? Denise LaFrance, the painter, here. Narcomatic. Hope you're having a narc-free Sunday, enjoying your life. Have you fired your narc yet? Fire a narc today. I had narc parents and 3 golden children, brothers. Oh my God. Where does the madness come from? It's an infestation. Have you noticed? Huh? They're everywhere. So, my new buddy Deb has a station, finally free from narcissists, and she so kindly made a video um, validating and telling my story because I didn't want to come on YouTube. I've been resisting telling my story because it's so fucking absurd and complex. Like a giant lava spewing volcano of shit that would erupt. And I want to put the lid back on. It's hard to contend with. It's like a lot to process. All the multitude of assholery, the intentional sadistic assholery that's transpired over these many years. And yeah, she just told us one thing, instance that I described about my narc ex-mother making this preposterous claim that I sold her this painting that she coveted, and she never bought the painting. She wanted it. I guess she got in her mind after seeing it that she liked it, and never told me she wanted it. I would have given it to her. I gave her a print of it. Which then she started saying that I stole the print, and then it morphed into this convoluted fable that she dreamed up, that she bought the painting and that I stole it back to sell it to a complete stranger. Like, really, please. It was one of my first landscapes, and no one had bought the early landscapes, and I hadn't even really been promoting them, actually. But she had seen the original when she came one time, one of the rare times she bothered to come to visit me, and she didn't offer to buy it and didn't say she wanted it, otherwise I would have given it to her. So when I went to San Francisco to meet the friend of my uh, one-time good friend Peter Berlin, I brought that painting with me to give to the lady I was about to meet, and I ended up giving that painting to her. I guess the story was manifesting and spinning and expanding in the narc's brain, manipulative brain, concocting and fabricating mind, rattling around. And she came up with this fable, huh? This fable. And here's how it goes. Here's how it's going to go. The plan, the fable. Denise sold the painting to me. Then Denise stole the painting from me so she could sell it to someone else. Now she owes me a painting. I owe narc a painting. That's how the little story spun, which is utter bullshit. So she kept telling me this story, thinking, I guess, if she repeats it enough, it's going to be true. And somehow I'll be convinced that I owe her a painting and that she once actually owned it. That painting, before I brought it to San Francisco, had never left my premises. She kept saying it so many times. I was like, shut the fuck up about this stupid story, will you? One day, my son and I were at one of those obligatory family functions that I detested attending, and we survived the nonsense and boredom. And everyone was getting ready to leave, and they're standing in their coats around the fireplace, and Narc seizes the opportunity to try to embarrass me and substantiate her lie, because now she's going to say it in front of an audience. And she makes this grand sweeping gesture above the fireplace hearth with an orator's voice. Denise, will the painting that you're going to be doing for me to replace the painting that I bought from you, that you then stole from me, be large enough to cover the space above the hearth of the fireplace? My son kicks me and he's like, she's fucking lying. I said, I know. And I just thought, shut the fuck up. I'm getting sick of this stupid fable you keep telling. Now you're saying it in front of everybody. I know what you're doing. You're now trying to call me a thief of my own art, an art thief of my own art, like the epitome of absurdity spewing from your toilet of a mouth. You preposterous fucking narc, from whose loins I sprang. You idiot. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to shut her the fuck up. She wants a painting, I'll do a painting. But I'm not going to do the same painting, because I hate painting the same painting, because there's no passion in it. So I'll do one that I want, and it'll be nice, and I'll give it to you, and then you'll shut up, because you covet my painting. You know, me, the person who she said, why don't you stop painting? No one cares about your paintings. Stop painting. You'll be famous when you're dead.
She also said, no one will remember you when you're dead. She liked talking about my impending death for some reason. Narc.
Well, you're not really a painter. You're only a tracer. Another attempted zinger jabs at the essence of what it is I love to do. I ended up painting a landscape of Prizren, Kosovo.
Highly detailed, painstaking, but fun, and took me 2 weeks every day, several hours a day to paint. Continuation of story. I do the painting, as I said, and then I show her the painting on the internet, little photo of it, and she doesn't tell me that she likes the painting. She says, aren't you going to frame it? And I said, no, I don't have money for that, and I just give you a free painting. You frame it yourself. You know, you can come and get the painting and take it to be framed. And she says, oh, can't you do it for me? I'm old. We're both old. Your father's nearing 80. And, you know, it's too much of a drive for us to drive to get the painting. It's just too much. Can't you do it? You know so much about framing. I'll send you money to frame it. You know. Well, I've changed. Now I'd say, well, now I wouldn't anything, because I'd have nothing to do with her. But in that given situation now, I would have said no. But back then, I was placating her. I was unaware that narcs existed and what that was. So to appease her and having empathy, which they don't have, narcs, having empathy for her supposed old age, despite the evident bullshit factor, because they travel all over the place. They drive to Rouyn-Noranda, which is very far away, 6.5 hours, and to Florida, and all over the place. I conceded, and I said, oh, right. Plus, I just wanted it done, over and done with. Placate the narc. So I took the $300 that she sent, and wanted the receipt for, incidentally, to a affordable framing place, and picked out a nice frame. Got a good deal, actually, because I'm a regular customer there. I was able to get a good price and pick the perfect frame. And so the place called and said that the painting's ready, it's framed. So I called her and I said, okay, I took it to be framed. Now go to the store and pick it up. Again, NERC card. Oh, no, we're old, you know. It was a heat wave, and my MS symptoms just started manifesting. And in the heat exacerbates the symptoms and makes them worse. But I took the streetcar, which at the time was $3, there, got the heavy painting, brought it back, and yeah, you know, that's a total of $6, which doesn't sound like much, but when a person is on a limited income, as I was, $6 or a roast for a single mother with a boy, it's a lot of money. But I did it anyways, and I went to the effort, the time and effort and subsequent pain, and I did that. And I called her and I said, I've got the painting now. You know, I can arrange for it to be shipped out to you. And she's like, no, I'd like it now. I said, well, then come and pick it up. No, we're old, remember? We're old. I said, well, then I'll take it on the subway. You know, come on the subway and I'll go and we can meet halfway. No. They want to take the car. Too old for the subway. So they drive less than 10 minutes from their house to the most easterly extension of the subway. And then I cart this damn framed heavy painting in the heat all the way as far east as you can go. And then I go on the above ground extension of the subway further on the LRT and meet them at the Scarborough Town Center. And they're standing there and I show them the painting. As I get closer, her eyes light up and I'm like, oh, good, some gratitude. And she starts marveling, not about the painting, which until then she'd only seen on a small JPEG on the email. Now she can see the details and the nuances and whatnot and the coloration and true colors. She says nothing about that. And she marvels about the fucking beige selected to match her furniture and upholstery frame. Oh, Denise, it's just like absolutely fantastic. The frame is just not a word about the painting that I just spent 2 weeks doing. The painting that she's insinuating that I owe her since I, the art thief who she's now smear campaigned me to the ex-family, you know, making a disarray of my reputation, I might add. Not that I care, you know, sometimes it matters who thinks what about you, but nevertheless, the gall. And now she's there getting her free painting with the frame and all the effort and my illness and coming nevertheless, carrying the damn frame, delivering it like a cigarette, you know. Got a cigarette? Yeah. Got a light? Yeah. You want me to smoke it for you too? Yeah. And that was all planned. That was all planned. Do you think she didn't lay awake at night knowing I'm going to come the next day and have that all scripted out in the windmills of what's left of her demented mind? Her morally degenerate mind? It's all part of the little plan, the little fairy tale and how it's going to go. Deliver a zinger to make me feel bad. And then the story continued as Deb had reiterated in her video as well as she could recollect, but I'll tell it in absolute detail. A couple months later, I got a call from someone who has access to city-involved programs, and there's a organization called something, I don't remember what it's called, Something for Change, and what it was is a company that welcomes new immigrants into Canada, and it helps to acclimate people to the country, teaching English as a second language and employment, whatnot. And they were having a calendar that was celebrating diversity, cultural diversity, and the contest was for, of course, 12 months. So 12 people out of this vast contest were going to win a spot for a month on this calendar out of thousands of applicants. And Denise, you should really apply for this. You got a chance to win. Enter that painting of Prizren, you know, that's really good. I got no money for it, but you know, prestige, who cares? But it was just like, for fun, let me see if I can win it, you know. So I enter the contest, show them the JPEG, and I win. December. And the photographer wants a high quality photo of it, a large high resolution photo, and he wants to take a picture of the original. And I tell him the original's at the house of my ex-mother, now ex-mother. And so I arranged for him to go and you know, take a photo of this. And he drives out there. Then he calls to let me know how it went. Oh, your parents are so great. They're absolutely the nicest people I've ever met. My God. Got there and your mother and father offered me a beer and a sandwich. As soon as I got there, a Sammy. They make him a Sammy, this total stranger to whom they'll have no relevance whatsoever. And yeah, they were so nice, and they even invited him back if he's ever in the neighborhood for a Barbie, huh? And I'm like, okay. You think they're great? All right. Thinking like they put on a little act, huh? Minutes later, the phone rings and it's the narc. Oh, he was just wonderful and singing his praises like he was the, you know, the Prince of Egypt or something, had dropped by and spent a week at their estate or whatever. He was such a gentleman. He was lovely. Oh, yeah, the guy too said that they were bragging about my painting and how they'd always encouraged me. Like, fucking lying, huh? Half of your name is fucking jealous and the other's fucking liar, narc. Sorry, I'm swearing. It enhances the meaning. So she says he's wonderful. This man is just lovely. telling me about his daughter and all this shit. She's gotten all this intel about this guy, telling me stuff I don't want to hear. Who cares, right? The guy who's getting like a painting in the thing and taking a photo. I never met him. Who cares? Who telling him? She's telling me how great the guy is, and the guy just finished telling me that she lied, that they encouraged me and I get my artistic talent from them, and they always encouraged me and they think I'm great. Narcs will always brag about you to other people when they want to, and it's not to make the person they're bragging about, that the scapegoat, look good. It's to make them look good. Because like I've always said, they're not ill. Narcissism is not an illness, not an ailment, and they're not suffering. It's a moral degeneration, a moral exclusion, omission by choice. But they know how they should act. So in order to keep in accordance to that what they know they should do, they play the role, the part of the proud parent, because they know what they should be doing. They know that a good parent brags about their child's accomplishments, encourages the child, and enhances their experience as whatever it is they choose to be. In my case, it's an artist. So she brags to the guy, and then she calls me singing the praises of this complete stranger. And then she says, he wants to come to your place to take a photo of you, of the artist, to put underneath the month, little photo of who the artist is. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, and we told him that we offer to help you, but you refuse. She didn't tell me why she said that. And I was actually quite perplexed at the time that she said that. I was like, what? You offer? Where's this incongruent statement you say you made coming from and going? What's the purpose of making that statement? When the phone call ended, I thought about it. Why? It was like boggling my mind and weighing heavy on my mind, this riddle, puzzle. Why would she say that? And then it dawned on me. She said that right after, because you replay the conversation in your head. She said it right after mentioning that he's coming to take a photo of the artist. Then I put two and two together in her warbled mind, in the windmills of her mind. She thought to cover herself, that he's going to come here and see that I happen to live in what is a basement of a beautiful brownstone, in a place that she deems not nice enough, and somewhat in a bit of artistic disarray. I mean, I've got art, I've got paintings stacked up everywhere, and I'm not a neat freak. I'm not dirty, but I've got disorder in the house because I just don't care. My priorities are elsewhere, and they're in creating, not sweeping up. She's a neat freak so much, first because she's got no life, but second of all, it's for image. And it's much like when there's a homicide and the murderer is mopping up the blood and getting the Javex going. Huh? She's doing it to mask the blatant flaws in her, the morally degenerate criminal. So you clean up, image, 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 put the attention onto that, the floor you can eat off of, and away from the glaring flaws, which is that she's a parasite. with no personality of her own and the morals of a bandit. Well, that's not nice. That's insulting bandits. The morals of Satan. So that's why she said it. Because she's worried that this complete stranger is going to think that that they're like that. But why was she compelled to tell me she said it? This is it. This is the peak. This is the climax. The zenith of her madness and nastiness, the sadistic, intentional sadistic asshole. She told me that because she wanted me to know, hey, guess what, Denise? I lied that we offered to help you. Isn't that funny? I lied that we offered to help you and that you said no. Makes us look good, but it makes you look like a fucking idiot, huh? And it makes you look like you living in what we consider abject poverty is your fault. And dummy you refuses help from us. We were all so willing to help you. Yes, that fits in with the script that we're the parents that we're trying to pretend to be to fool this complete stranger. But she wanted me to know. She kept saying it over and over again. Why? Because I didn't react. She wants a reaction. Oh my God. This is one of about a zillion instances of intentional sadistic assholery over the decades that have been inflicted onto me. And they're fired.